Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and today we're going to be playing some Historic Brawl, and it's going to be a deck that I've been working on for the past couple of days, and we actually played on stream last night, and in fact some of the gameplay from today's video is going to be some Twitch highlights, because some of the games we had with this deck were just absolutely absurd. Too absurd, in fact, to essentially leave out of this video. So, today, without further ado, we're going to be playing a Zacama Calamitous ramp deck built around the wonderful lady herself. I believe it's a lady. Anyway, Zacama, Primal, Calamity, 6 and Naya colors, 9 total mana for a 9/9 Vigilance, Reach, and Trample. When Zacama, Primal Calamity, enters the battlefield, if you cast it, untap all lands you control, which for the most part makes the first time you cast her completely free. And once you've got Zacama in play, you've got 3 options. You can do 2 in a red to deal 3 damage to a creature, 2 in a green to destroy an artifact or enchantment, or 2 in a white to gain 3 life. So, essentially, we ramp into Zacama, trying specifically to go through land-based ramp as well. That's kind of important, because obviously every ramp source we use to get up to Zacama is only going to benefit us on the untap if it is a land. So we're going to be using things like Wolf Willow Haven, Grow from the Ashes, Gift of Paradise, things like that anyway, to attach to our lands, put lands into play so that we can ramp that way. And then once we've got all that mana, we can choose how we want to use Zacama. Most of the time, Zacama's going to be pretty useful. The only thing that Zacama doesn't deal with, really, is Planeswalkers. We do have a few answers to that, though, regardless. And honestly, like, even if you can't kill the Planeswalkers, there's a good chance that one of the other 2 activations there, either getting rid of their artifacts, gaining some life, should be a little bit relevant nonetheless. So, we're going to be ramping to that. We've got lots of ramp, as I mentioned. We've got a couple of mana dorks in here as well. When I was building this deck, the one fault of it was that it didn't ramp enough, so I ended up adding mana dorks. I was trying to go like all in on the land ramp, but it turns out you do need things like Llanowar Elves, Elysian Caryatid, Incubation Druid, things of that nature to get you up to Zacama. Because honestly, like, the one fault of ramp is when you play it in things like Standard, is that you ramp up to a big amount and then your hand is empty because it was all ramp and you have nothing to pay off. Fortunately for Brawl, we already have our payoff card in our opening hand, essentially, every single game. So, you know, we can go a little bit heavier on the ramp side of things to get to Zacama, because that's going to be our payoff, and in the vast majority of matchups, it's going to be relevant in some form, whether it be a board wipe, a mass artifact and enchantment removal spell, or life gain to stabilize, because a 9/9 Vigilance, Reach, Trample is pretty good, but if you're on a low life total, it's not really going to make much of a difference. So anyway, moving on. We've got other payoff cards as well for Zacama, so if we're not going into Zacama, maybe we want to play around some stuff. I believe I do this in some of the gameplay. In fact, not playing Zacama very much at all, to play around certain removal spells, like Murder, obviously, because this isn't a cast trigger per se for Zacama. It's actually an ETB that cares about it being cast, so your mana is going to be completely tapped out when you go for Zacama, so if your opponent has a Murder, you're not going to be able to use the activation. So we want some alternatives, should it not be a good idea to play Zacama right out then and there when you've got it. So we've got things like Sunbird's Invocation, the Immortal Sun, Eugene, which is obviously a nombo, but I think if you get one or the other down, you're in a pretty damn good spot, so it really doesn't matter about the nombo. Got Nyx Bloom Ancient to triple our mana, which works wonderfully with Zacama. So every 1 land is actually 3 mana, so you get to untap into a metric ton of it. You can play Zacama, untap, have Nyx Bloom Ancient come down, and then you have, I think, 6 mana left over, something like that, so that you can have a Nyx Bloom plus 2 activations on your Zacama. We've also got the Great Henge as well, which just adds mana. We don't have a great deal of creatures in here, but the creatures we do have are kind of high impact things. We've got like Questing Beast, Shifting Ceratops, which can't be countered, a removal source in Ravager Worm, things of that nature anyway. And then the rest is kind of early game control. So we've got Bone Crusher Giant for a shock. We got Rhythm of the Wild to give us a little bit of haste on that Zacama if we want to swing in for 9 points there as well. That's pretty nice. Deafening Clarion, obviously, nice board wipe. We've got Sarkhan's Unsealing as well, which works very well with our commander. Set this down on 4, and then whenever you cast a creature spell with power 4, 5, or 6, it deals 4 damage to any target. So that's one way that we can deal with Planeswalkers. And if we have a power 7 creature come into play, so our Zacama in that particular case, if that enters, or our Nyxbloom, and actually no, I guess Nyxbloom mentioned, just our Zacama, I'm pretty sure, then we get to deal 4 damage to each opponent and each creature and planeswalker they control. So this is a board wipe with Zacama, in addition to the board wiping shenanigans we've got going there. So again, it's one of those where we don't really have the deck to deal with Zacama, with Sarkhan's Unsealing, but our commander is enough to justify running it. Other than that, Conqueror's Galleon for a little bit of memery turns into a wonderful little land that allows us to recur any card we want out of our graveyard. A lot of fun. Electro Dominance is one way that we can win the game as well. We have Wilderness Reclamation in here, so taking advantage of all of that land ramp, we're going to be hopefully Electro Dominancing, I guess. It's not even a word, so I'm not gonna I'm not gonna hang on it for too long. You can play Electro Dominance for hopefully our opponent's entire life total. If not, use the X alternative part of this card to put something huge, massive into play. And we got the Wilderness Reclamation, so on our end step, we can float mana, untap it, and then Electro Dominance for a higher amount. Possibly even use this to flash things in as well. Should be noted that it says from your hand, so you can't actually X9 Electro Dominance and play Zacama out of your command zone. It has to be from your hand in order to do that. But yeah, that's about the only thing I'm going to go into with this deck. Lots of removal, fair bit of card advantage, big heavy card advantage actually, so like Return of the Wild Speaker, you play Zacama and then you use this with some of your 5 of your 9 mana to draw 9 cards. So it's pretty dirty in that sense. Got Thrash Threat and Response Resurgence, because they're good early game removal spells, and then they've got some side orders of pretty dirty shenanigans. Again, 18 damage with Resurgence for the additional combat step there. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the deck. If you do, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you in the gameplay. This video is brought to you by the generous support of our wonderful patrons and channel members that you see here. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to cool content like sneak peeks, bonus videos, polls on future content, or access to a personal deck critique from myself every month, then hit the join button below the video or check out the Patreon link down in the description below. With all that said, let's get into the gameplay. Alrighty then, we're in. Eventually it'll load. This is just something that happens with direct challenge from time to time. While we're waiting, never mind, it's here. Alright, so we do have turn 2 Llanowar Elves, but honestly we've got all of our payoffs and none of the ramp, so I'm going to take the free mull on that one. And this is all of the ramp, and we've got a payoff in our command zone, so I'm mostly happy with this one. We are on the draw, so it gives us a chance to find a green source. We could play Temple instead of a green source if we must, and that will hopefully find us the green we need for the rest of our ramp. It's going to rely on a little bit of luck, but I'm feeling confident we're going to find green mana. Our opponent's playing Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord, a 4 mana... Ooh, okay. Come on, Temple. No. Oh dear. A 4 mana Orzhov Commander for loyalty. Gives creatures you control and planeswalkers you control lifelink, and then the +2 allows you to ping an opponent. And the -X allows you to reanimate. Better lucky than good. We got ourselves a Llanowar Elves. Even if this dies, we've got the Rejuvenator. Otherwise, we might go Circuitous Route instead. Let's bring up our deck tracker for those interested. Alright, so now we're taking 3 damage. Sorin ticks up and then Gutterbone swings in. I don't think we're going to be blocking here. Feels like a weird thing to trade off, honestly. And we got the Temple of Plenty. Okay, so I could actually go Rejuvenator Temple. I've never had Rejuvenator ever fizzle, so I guess today's the day. Right. The safer play would be to Temple first and then Scry to see if I can get a land on top, but I think I'm going to go Rejuvenator. Guarantee that hit. Look at that. Beautiful. Grab a Rootbound Craig? I think so. And then let's set up our draw for next turn. Clifftop Retreat. I don't think we need that. We've got already some more ramp in our deck anyway. Now we've got a block for the Gutterbones. Feels a little bit better than trading off what is effectively a land in Llanowar Elves for a 2-1 that just comes back. We do have Clothis as well, so we can play around with our opponent's graveyard a fair bit. Opponent's going to have to work around Clothis quite a lot unless they've got some exiling enchantment destruction, but it's not really a thing that, oh my god, that exists quite a lot. That's pretty brutal. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Clothis. I think this is what we want to do. I think we're trading a Llanowar Elves away to wipe this board. Opponent's going to get a lot of scries with the Woe Strider, but we're going to get, like, guaranteed value with Clothis, so it's really not too much of an issue. There's not a great deal of value in me just swinging with Rejuvenator, because they're just going to block. And opponent does get to minus with Sorin, so they can maybe bring back Woe Strider. But if I can get that Gutter Bones, that's a recurable threat that I don't have to deal with. Same thing for Oathsworn Vampire as well. So I'm pretty happy with this. For now, at least. There's a lot of damage on board anyway. I kind of needed to deal with it regardless. There is always the option as well to go Sarkhan's Unsealing first into Clothis. But I think eating my opponent's graveyard is actually what we want to do here. Alright, so get rid of Woe Strider. It's a good hit. And I think we're just going to go with Circuitous Route. We're going to take a fair bit of damage, taking 5 this turn, which is pretty grim. But we are draining for 2 every turn with Clothis anyway. So I think just getting some Guild Gates out of our deck will go with... I don't think it really particularly matters. Let's go with Boros Guildgate, Gruul Guildgate? No, it's a Lesnia Guildgate. Gruul Guildgate. That's what we're going with. And then we've got like Nyx Bloom Ancient, which probably dies in fairness, but who knows, maybe it doesn't. Liliana! Oh no! Oh no! Yep. Alright, Zacama, help me. If we draw a land off the top, that's not going to work because we don't have a land in the yard. Alright, so let's just eat some stuff with Clothis, and I guess we're just going to kick a Grow from the Ashes. Because this is just going to get minused on. I need to, like, Zacama, untap, thrash Liliana. That's kind of the idea. So let's grow with Kicker. Pull some basics out. We'll have a mountain and a forest. And then we can get Sarkhan's Unsealing down. Alright, we've got a really good turn coming up. We're going to Zacama, which then deals 4 damage to all the board states. And then we've got an untap into Thrash Kill Liliana.
This looks like a fun new toy.
Alright. So down to 10. Not a great place to be. But we are Zacamaing, so at the end of the day, it's totally fine. I guess we should eat... I'm trying to think. I used to have Mending a Dominaria in here, so it kind of mattered what was in my graveyard. I don't think I have anything that truly matters anymore outside of Conqueror's Galleon. So I guess we'll just eat the ramp. Like, opponent could have, like, Commander Dreadhorde, so the creatures in my yard matter somewhat. Alright, so Zacama. Trigger Sarkhan's Unsealing. Absolutely murder the board state. Yeah. Totally fine. Totally fine. Comes with the territory. Untap. We kill Liliana. We should have actually gone Nyx Bloom Ancient first. Yeah, well. Let's see. This allows us 2 activations, so that's a kill and a kill. We can wait on that, though, because we do have it at instant speed in response to things. I maybe want to hit that open the graves, perhaps. And see where we go from there. It's an option. So what can they do with a minus? Nothing really, right? Yeah, they've kind of got these guys, which if they don't get them out of the yard now, Clothis will exile them. And we got so much value with Nyx Bloom. Oh my god, it's going to be so good. It's a shame they don't have a land in there, though. Just so we could get a little bit of extra value off Nyx Bloom Ancient. Cavalier of Night. Okay. In response, we kill the token. And kill the other token. That way, when Cavalier comes down, it has no targets to sacrifice. Which means Cavalier does not kill Zacama. And they've got nothing good in the yard either, so that's also good. Yeah, they minus their entire 10 and quit. Wow, okay. So that's basically how this game goes in a nutshell. It's pretty much the loop that I've experienced when playing this deck is get down Zacama and then use Zacama to outvalue your opponent, just like mass destroy their entire board state. Everything they've worked up until usually doesn't matter once you've got to your Zacama. So if they can kill you before, fair play, but if they cannot kill when Zacama comes around, usually a lot of bad stuff happens. I don't even think I played perfectly there, and we still managed to make a little bit of a massacre of them. I think I could have... Actually, no, the triggers from Unsealing were off the cast, so I couldn't have killed this, I don't think. But it was definitely on my radar for things to murder. And Nyx Bloom just makes it so much better as well. Tripling all the mana, so each one of these is an activation on Zacama. That is insane. Insane. Alright, well, let's go for some more games. Alright, so... Gonna challenge you... Islamabad already knows what I'm gonna play, because we played earlier today, about an hour ago actually. I'm gonna play this new deck, which I'm trying to tweak for the channel. And hopefully after the stream tonight I'll get some recording done. Maybe use some gameplay from today, depends on if we can get some good games going. His laptop had a lot of difficulty with streaming on Arena. I suppose that'd do it. Okay. Mono Black. Ayara, First of Lochthwain, we're going up against. I like this hand. It's all the ramp. Oh my god. You will never find it. It is gone now. But thank you very much, Mighty Mike, for the 12-month subscription. Can we get some squee hype for our returning Madhouse member, the absolute mad lad himself, Mad Mike? I haven't updated my game yet. It's about, I think it was 800 megabytes. It didn't take me too long, but I do have a pretty reasonable internet connection. Not to brag or anything. Alright, we're just going to go Incubation Druid here, I think. That's the stuff, Seamer. So what about your channel points? You can redeem a squee hype. I have real internet. I know. Not that fake stuff. Alright. A little annoying that we only have one green, but I guess we can actually remedy that by going Beanstalk Giant. Ramp. Go Llanowar Elves. So, yeah, we're playing against Ayara, First of Lochthwain, 3 black mana. When Ayara enters the battlefield, or a black creature enters the battlefield, you drain for 1, and you can sack a creature to draw a card. We're playing this lovely monstrosity. It's all about ramping out into this monstrosity. And then we've got things in the deck as well that kind of go very well with it. So I think we're just going to go Elysian Caryatid here. We don't have a very strong hand right now, but I'm sure we can manage. You have two little squee books? Oh my god. Yeah, you need to open up the Bank of Squee savings account to get that one done. Link in the description. Ooh, we got a response. Literally. Goodbye, Ayara. Nobody plays around the response. It's a nice early game bit of removal, actually, and then the other side is extra combat steps, so I can 18 my opponent. It's pretty sweet. I need to use them on really important things. That's fair. Okay, Nyx Lotus. Oh boy. Then we got Electro Dominance. So I think we're just going to go Beanstalk Giant here and get down to 5-5. And then we can do this, I guess. It ain't too bad. I already saw the latest spoilers. Oh yeah. They're looking sweet, to say the least. Alright, how much can I do this for? 3, 4... Oh my. That's pretty good. Electro Dominance, X5, kill Ayara again. And then play Return of the Wild Speaker to draw 5 cards. Expansion Explosion. Combo. God, the value. Alright. So now we got 6-6. 3, 6, 7, 8. We don't need that. We don't need that Llanowar Elves either. I'm just going to send it. Expansion Explosion in Naya. Oh yeah. I actually think that secretly this card is maybe the best card in the entire deck. It's a really good mana sink for when we've been ramping out. And you can literally just play the other big mana payoffs instead of it. Or in addition to it. It was mostly in here because I've got Wilderness Reclamation in the deck. So I have like Zacama untapping lands and I have Wilderness Reclamation untapping lands. So if I can just double down on all of them, I can get like my own version of Banefire. It's been a long time since I played Electro Dominance. Alright. So opponent's passing while doing nothing. Typically, that's a very good indicator that they've got removal. So playing Zacama is not really something I'm interested in doing right now. I think I will just go instead Rejuvenator. See if we can find like Field of the Dead. We did not. This goes tapped, so we might as well put a tap land into play. Circuitous Route. Guildgate. Guildgate. Land. Swing for 10. Try to force out the removal they're holding on a Beanstalk Giant instead. So I'm pretty sure if I resolve this, I can never lose. There it is. Alright. So now we've got Elspeth Conquers Death, which can bring back a Beanstalk Giant. Which isn't too bad. You don't really want to play this card unless you can get value out of 2 out of the 3 at least. We can do sort of a little bit of value on 2, but it's 3 that really matters here for me. Alright. Yeah, this just seems like turbo bait, unfortunately. I think we're just going to send 2 points in. Do like an Omen Scry and then just get some more big value plays. Because we got 2 mana left over here and it's not really going to do much. I'd rather just do something better with it. So let's just pass. Yeah, well, Ravnica brings in the shocks, which really help mana bases. I think we'd have a lot less problems if mana bases weren't so good. It's like, why do people wonder why they don't put all color combos of lands in every single time in every standard, and that's pretty much why. We're living... we're in living reason why putting them in is a bad idea. Alright, Sir Conrad. 3 mana left over. Alright, so we're just going to go Omen, Scry, thin the deck, obviously. Yes. I'll have a Mountain. And I'll have a Scry. Oh, yes. Oh my god. Yes. Yes to all of that. Talk about instant value, it's right there. Okay, so now we ping our opponent in the face. We play Bone Crusher Giant, trigger Sarkhan's Unsealing, kill Sir Conrad. And then we swing for 2. I think the longer we can just go without playing Zacama, the better. Cabal Stronghold. Oh, that's a big ramp play. Up to 9 mana so far. I just don't know how they can get back from this. Once we've got like a Zacama down, it's got to be really difficult to win. I guess they could like do Gary shenanigans. Gary shenanigans, if they establish a board, would be pretty grim. Zacama's just a spectator. Zacama is also now a 4 damage to each opponent and 4 damage to each creature they control. That's what he is now. Or she? I think it's a she, right? Alright, so we're going to go Field of the Dead. I don't actually know if I've got any basics left. It's a tough one. I'm not sure. I think we're just going to get rid of AR again with Elspeth Conquers Death anyway. And then kill Cabal Stronghold, which is the rest of their mana. Yeah, Teveron as well. And then there was also Secret Nimbus as well. Used to watch a fair bit of Ollie back in the day. Alright, so that's AR gone again. And I'm just going to get rid of this Cabal Stronghold. If we got a basic, we get a zombie. Yay! Look at that, last basic out of the deck. And a zombie. Swing for 2. Slow and steady wins this race. This AR is getting bullied. It should cost 9 right now. 9 for a 2/3. It's pretty great rates. Yeah, who else have we missed from the Magic Duels community that's not around these days? Salona's still around, obviously. See a lot of Salona. I think most of the bigger Duels streamers are still going. I'm really not even sure, to be honest. Oh, it's Gary! Drain for 5. Okay, so. Play Evolving Wilds. Crack Evolving Wilds. So we have it untapped for later. Oh no, wait. Never mind. Let's go. Float, 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 float. Keep floating. I've just got to float it all. All the mana. Don't even know I'm floating anymore. Alright, 4 to each creature. 4 to their face. Good game. Yeah, I think I'm just going to gain like infinite life at this point. Near infinite. It's good enough infinite. Let's gain 6 for now, and then swing. There we go. Bam. Yeah, unfortunately this doesn't hit face. I really wish it did. If this was any target, I think maybe this card would be broken, but... Yeah, we got him. Ooh, it's Bolus's Citadel, alright. Can they gain life enough to get back into this? Well, there's 4 points right there. But they do have 5 devotion now on Nyx Lotus. So maybe they can do something. I mean, actually... I could just do this, couldn't I? I don't know why I'm not already doing this. And then we go... Boop. and then boop again. And this is why Zacama is so broken. He's just absurd. And just, he's a board wipe. Tevron stopped YouTube as well. Oh, really? That's sad. Tis a shame. Alright. Should have given him loyalty. It's fine, though. Let's get in. Good game, my friend. Good game. Bam. I think so, Zebedus. I think so. A board wipe, but better. A very useful choose what you want to destroy, choose your own adventure style board wipe. Definitely is the case. Ooh. Niv Mizzet. This one's going to be a challenge. Is my deck tracker working yet? Nope. I think this one's keepable. Turn 3 Beanstalk, turn 4 Circuitous Route. That's ramp enough. Jungle Boogie. Alright. Probably not. Funky? Hell yeah. This playlist has got everything. If you've ever liked music at any point in your life, this playlist has got what you liked on it. Alright. So yeah, it's actually shaping out to be quite the rampy hand, and I like it. That's a card and a half. Alright, so we want to get our non-forests here. I think we want plains, just in case we get Elspeth Conquers Death, though. Obviously, we've got Circuitous Route coming in. Music's almost as bad as fun. Damn. You best get down, Mike. So we're at 5. 1 away from the bad stuffs. Ooh. Ooh-wee, Rick. So I guess we're ramping. That leads us up to 7. 5. What are we doing here? All depends on if we draw a land next turn, I guess, as to whether or not going Circuitous Route is first. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess we'll just ramp him. Let's go Guildgate, Guildgate. So we're at 7 mana now, which means we can do this for 5. It just doesn't really open up anything for us to do unless we get another land, which would be great if we can do that. Huh. So what's this? This right here. Could be a Tail's End. Could be a negate. That seems pretty good. But that gets got by Tail's End. I kind of think it's this. This works very well with counter magic. We can also do this at instant speed, which leads to this, which is not terrible. I think we're going with Sunbird, see what happens. I'm a little worried that nothing comes of it. Ooh, maybe Brazen Borrower then. It's hard to see that one resolving for very long. But an enchantment can only really be bounced by, is it? So that's good. Seems like such an awesome card in theory. It is. It is a pretty powerful card when it gets its stuff going. Actually, it's pretty good with this as well, I believe. So we're going to do some fun stuff here. Alright, so we're taking 6. Which is obviously not great. Let's have a look at what they had in there. Ox, Storm's Wrath, Thassa's Oracle. Okay. Taking a lot. So we've got an X5 Electro Dominance. Kill Cavalier, take 1. I also trigger Sunbird's Invocation for 7. So, kill Cavalier. Elspeth conquers death off the top to take out the Royal Scions. That's a good hit. And then we get to cast Escape to the Wilds, which then triggers Sunbird's Invocation, which gets us Questing Beast. Wow, what a turn. Does anyone remember what the hell happened there? Because that was pretty crazy. Oh, by the way, land Incubation Druid. So we Electro Dominanced, triggered Sunbirds, got Elspeth Conquers Death, which triggered Sunbirds into Escape to the Wilds, which got us Incubation Druid and Questing Beast, all for 7 mana. This board state exists off of 7 mana. Wow. That's crazy. Alright, I think we absolutely take the block here. I don't think we've got the life total really to mess about, unfortunately. And then Chandra. Alright, Chandra can be countered by Zacama to a certain extent. She doesn't trigger Sunbird's Invocation though, so we might want to do something like Nyx Bloom, which can do a lot. I guess we can do Zacama and Nyx Bloom. What are we kidding? Who are we kidding here? Alright. And then we float the colorless, play Nyx Bloom Ancient, tripling our mana, getting Sarkhan's Unsealing, playing Shifting Ceratops off of that to deal 4 damage to any target. I guess we're going after Chandra, so she can't minus on something. Trigger for Gift of Paradise. Stick that on a forest. Gain 3. One absolutely absurd turn.
I'm reaching my boiling point.
Haste up the Shifting Ceratops. And then we've got another 4 as well here. So we play Clothis, kill Chandra. Wow. This thing don't get like Vigilance or all, does it? No, so that 1 mana is going to waste. Hit you for 5. I don't think anyone can keep up with this value, to be honest. That was just absurd. We take 1. And then we get a trigger here. Don't scoop, by the way, because this is pretty sweet. Alright, we're gonna... Does this actually add... I'm curious. With Nyx Bloom, do I get more than 1 mana here? No, right? No. Alright, I just had to know. We get Questing Beast with a loyalty counter. Then we go Resurgence. And take a little bit of damage. I just want to go all out. Take 1. We get Wilderness Reclamation. Oh my god. That would lead to some shenanigans right there. And then this adapts. And then we give lifelink. Actually, no, we've got like Immortal Sun. Banishing Light, get rid of your Niv Mizzet. Wow, this is insane! Good lord. Rhythm of the Wild, trigger for 3 again. Get Elvish Rejuvenator. It's probably going to hit Field of the Dead at this rate. Essence Capture, nice. Okay. And then I think we're just ready to go now. We do have a beanie Stalky Giant who hits you for 4 because it's a 9/9. Has haste. And that's it. We swing. Wow! Wow! Ugh, that was crazy.